Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Testing 1, 2, 3. Thank you for your patience. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Vencabot Myst Action. My name is David. Guys, last night our stream was cut short by technical problems. I'm still kind of like wired from that. I was up all night last night working on it, and I got very little sleep, so we're started kind of late here. But that's just the way it goes when you're a full-time streamer. So we missed Code Vein. We didn't miss Myst yesterday, though. We actually finished Myst, although I theorized that we had some color problems I wasn't aware of until after the fact. If you're watching on YouTube, you're like, what? Why was yesterday's episode so fucking washed out? That's why. But I got that all resolved, I think. Should have proper blacks now. Anyway, so yesterday we basically went through and solved the remaining puzzles in the game, essentially. When we solved a lot of cool puzzles, we explored some of the narrative of the game. And today's goal is simply to give people pages, man. We have these two brothers, Cirrus and Akinar. They're both trapped in books. Cirrus is trapped in a red book, Akinar in a blue book. And I'm out of ideas for how to advance without giving them pages. I don't really want to give them any pages, you know, because of the way they're portrayed in the canon. But I think it's what I'm supposed to do. It's what I have to do, so let's just do it. Maybe they'll give me some hints on how to advance. EDL says, I'm kind of nervous about tomorrow and what people are going to do with Byleth. What makes you nervous, EDL? Go ahead and elaborate if you don't mind. Oh, this is weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, I need to load a save first. Duh. Not fuck game, not good start, rather pre-page, because today we're going to be giving out hella pages. Don't be nervous, CDL, it's just a game. So how do you play Smash, EDL? I watch my friends play Smash every single week. And they play it for hours and hours and hours and hours every single week. They play doubles online, is what they do. So to them, you know, the tier list is quite different. Not that sword characters aren't fucking busted still. I use a GameCube Pro controller. Oh, I see what you mean. But I mean, deals like, what's your experience in the game? Do you play offline competitively at tournaments? Do you mostly play online in singles? Do you play in lobbies? Do you play in ranked? How do you play? Again, I guess what I'm trying to say is, what about your playstyle makes you nervous about Byleth? Lower the volume here a little bit. Okay, so again, we have nothing to do today, I believe, but give out pages to people. So let's start doing that. You play online, I'm close to Elite, I see, okay. We don't know if they're good or not. Oh, they're going to be good. They're going to be good. Here's why. Because they're A, Fire Emblem character. B, disjointed hitboxes. Right, any character that has swords is always fucking busted. And C, DLC. They're trying to sell a DLC. Can't be a bad character, right? When has DLC character ever been bad? Only Piranha Plant at worst, and that's because that was a pre-order bonus. Any DLC characters are pretty much always going to be good. Probably even broken for a while until they nerf them. Okay, so let's start going between the different worlds and grabbing some pages up. Let's do approximately in order. Not that it really matters, I don't think. But if I was going to do approximately in order, that would mean going over here first. Since last time Brian watched, I got the game ripped. And I have it mounted virtually now. So right now, Windows 3.1 thinks it's a CD drive. It's actually an ISO. Which means that there's no loading times, which has been really, really convenient. Like, it'll lose some of that... you know, period authentic loading times, but it just makes the game a lot more playable. Okay. So we're gonna grab the page from here, the little secret nook behind Akinar's throne. Right over here. Got him. It's the red page. I watched the VOD. I appreciate you basically doing nothing yesterday so I could see the ending. That's funny. Yeah, I feel like we got a lot done yesterday. We got some puzzles completed that I was kind of stuck on, and maybe even more importantly, I sort of examined the plot a little bit. I mean, in terms of like, you know, if you watch the VOD, then you're aware of that thing with Channelwood, and what was Cirrus talking to Akinar about when Cirrus was like, remember, he's preparing, take only one page. And what was that about? But it got me thinking about the plot. It's just a shame that I wish I was a fish. I wish that I knew what to do without giving these guys pages. I have this white page. I'm so pumped, Brian. I'm so pumped about this white page, but I don't know what to do with it. I would really like to just do the white page thing. But my plan right now is to give these guys pages and see if to see if they give me a hint. You know, they're probably gonna give me a hint if I give them pages. Vencafish EDL. The thing I remember about Channel Wood is you randomly find that lever for the stairs. Oh my gosh, so frustrating, Ryan, so frustrating. And that was really, you know, my problem with... So basically, the two most frustrating puzzles in this game so far really both highlight the two problems I have with the game. One is Channel Wood. The fact that lever was just in plain sight there, but the actual environment was so maze-like. It just goes to show that this whole thing with the first-person view and the you know, static movement, it does make it hard to navigate sometimes, right? Much more hard than it would be if you were actually playing in a 3D, you know, environment. That's a drag. I wish that they had stuck mostly to 90-degree turns, right? Like the whole, I kind of wish that, you know, instead of going like kind of awkwardly movement-wise, they kind of stuck to more like rigid movement, so that I would kind of have a better feel for where I was going. Like, he kind of goes like a random distance. Sometimes, like, here's a problem I have too, right here. So right here we have these 3 boxes on each side, but it's kind of hard for me to know. It took me forever to realize that there were 6 of them, because I think that there might be one further on my left that I can't see. And then when I walk up here, like, I kind of don't get a real feel for like where I'm at spatially as I spin. So I kind of had trouble understanding how many boxes there were. Like here, I feel like there's another box on the left. And if I look this way, it sort of looks that way, doesn't it? Like this box here should be like right there, but I don't think it is. I'm not sure there is 4 boxes. There actually is 4 on each side, right? So it's confusing as fuck. It's confusing because it's mostly because I can't tell how far. Oh, I see it because I see them way in the distance down there. Yeah, I see. There's a green belt. I wish that it, you know, this is kind of like one of my problems with the game is the way you move, the way you kind of jump. I don't know how far I'm moving sometimes, and not sure what angle I'm moving at. So that kind of made that lever thing annoying. Another problem I have is you know, like that door, the problem in on the rocks when you're going down that dark hallway, the little hidden door on the left. That pissed me off just because there are times when the game, I feel like it could give you a little better of a hint on like what you're even looking for. But anyway, so let's go give this guy his page. But overall, I'm in love with this game. It's great. But a couple problems I have with it. How's it going, Rainbow? Welcome aboard. Here you go, Akinar.
He's returned. He wouldn't return. Hey, just rescue me. I'm Akinar.
Yeah, I know you're Akinar.
My brother, I beg you. To be complete.
Hate these.
Always blue pages. Listen to him. Not listen to my brother. An egotistical fool and a liar. Bring me the blue pages. Not the red ones. Don't bring the red ones.
These are really kind of obnoxious.
Oh, you. I've been wrongfully imprisoned. You must. I will have my retribution. Please bring me the blue pages. Please.
Well, they won for a minute. Okay. What if this game had parries? Huh? That'd be sick, dude. I'd parry some of these puzzles. Brian says, yo, Humpy, so sad to hear you weren't able to make it yesterday. That was pretty whack. What happened? So you were there, Humpy, but you couldn't come to the arcade? So you guys were driving home from somewhere, according to Brian. Yeah, that was a whole bunch. That was like literally like 40 seconds of him just going blue pages. Blue pages. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Car trouble on the way there. Fuck, man. It's hard to hear that. Big Mark's truck blew up on the way. Damn. I'm always afraid it's gonna happen to me. Like, you know, we're all fucking poverty and gotta travel so far for some of these tournaments. I'm lucky I made it to and from Chicago all right. Okay. So let's see here. I want to go to the next area, which would be Sound place? No, it would be the... It would be the rocks? I did sound place next, right? This is gonna be a huge pain. I hate this place. You have to do this stupid sound puzzle. And the stupid underground submersible thing. That's so annoying. So Big Mark couldn't go either? That sucks. How many guys were in the car? These guys had each other. Ooh, there's 3 of you. Oh, okay. Damn, that sucks. JT was the other. Isn't that JT with you? I know that Justin Timberlake even played Third Strike. Alright, so now we're in the sound place. This is definitely the most annoying world. It had some very fun puzzles. I love the whole microphone puzzle. But what I did not love is this stupid submersible part. So I want to go up here. Okay, got our blue page. Wish you can carry more than 1 page, that'd be sick. So actually I want to go this way. Oops, not this way. This way. Go inside the door. Nice. Alright, let's do this dumb shit again. I wish that once you solved it, you could just do it automatically. I've already done this twice. I guess I am bullshitting. You know, I hate fast travel in video games. I never use fast travel. I feel like it makes the game less immersive. This game's manual said it has a zap mode. I probably could just zap where I want to be. So here I'm talking all this shit about, oh, it sucks. I wish I could skip it. But if I could skip it, I probably wouldn't. I really want just to press like a button like this to have it go automatically. That's what I want to do. Beep boop. It's gonna be a trip. 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 It means go west. In the language of the beepy boops, that means go west. When it's a little high-pitched beep, it means go north. So there you go. Blink. Wait for it. I won't lie to you. There it is. It's gonna go, which means go east. In the language of the beepy boops. I'm gonna be like, it kind of sounds like a phaser. It goes like, shonk. Speak to the machines. Shonk. Shonk. I think do it again if I go this way. Stupid fucking submersible. I must be to go north. It's gonna be like beep. Stupid sexy Flanders. That means go south in the language of the beepy boops. Then they start to stack. When they stack, it means go, you know, southeast or northwest or whatever. Humpy knows. I'm gonna tell Humpy all this. I think that Akinar is, if there is a good brother, I think it's Akinar. What's impressive about Atris, though, he had 2 really fucking obnoxious sons. I feel like, you know, him and his wife Catherine need to be better parents, because, wow. Both Akinar and Sirius are just obnoxious. I'm not sure it's the actors they chose, or just the writing of the game, but I want to fucking... They're both highly punchable. Now wants me to go west. Talking about that emoji, Humpy. Is that Big Nasty tier 2 or is that KD Alpha sub? It's because he abandoned them in magical worlds where the natives treated them as gods. Maybe you're right, Brian. KD sub. I would love that. Caesar wore that cosplay at Defend the North, too. That means southwest. This takes forever. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of like sensitive to like noisy sounds, like grinding and scraping and that sort of thing. And I find it kind of annoying that when you give them these pages, they have that white noise effect like they're on a TV with a poor signal. I wouldn't mind it so much, but it's like very little. You watch for like 60 seconds, and very little of it's actually dialogue. Northwest. Like, I wouldn't mind if it was like a little bit of burst of static between what they were saying every now and then to make you get the idea that it was like a poor, quality signal. But it's so slow, and they say there's nothing they say of any importance, at least so far. That means northeast. But the static makes it mysterious. What's up, Will? Will, did you go to that big 3S tournament in Dallas? Probably not. Mysterious, huh? No, 3S isn't your main game. I only ask because I've been hearing so much about it lately. It got me thinking about Texas Showdown, how fun it was to meet all you guys down there. It's a hell of a drive, right? It's a hell of a drive. I was talking to Humpy about how him and his friend Mark and JT tried to get up there, but their car broke down on the way. They couldn't actually make it. That sucks. Mysterious static sounds. Dallas is about a 7 to 8 hour drive. Southeast. Forgot to mention, on Saturday, there was a dude from Michigan there that knew you. He was a Yang player. A guy from Michigan that plays Yang was down there and he knew me? I don't know any Yang players. A Yang player? Who could it be? What did he look like? Did he have a Jamaican accent? Was he wearing, like, red pants? And a bright yellow shirt? With one of those, was he wearing a Cat in the Hat, perhaps? I registered for Showdown just today. You want to be, gonna be like, I don't know, Will. My plan is to not go this year. Because it's not gonna be jazzy this year. I think I'm gonna go to Combo Breaker instead in May. I wasn't quite able to catch his handle because it was so loud, but he was a tall, slender white dude and bald, I think. Tall, slender, bald white dude from Michigan. Doesn't ring a bell. Gang boys is Humpy. Could just be that he knows of me, but doesn't know me personally. Could also just be that I'm being a total creep and just can't put that picture in my head of this dude. Yeah, I'd love to go to Showdown. I had so much fun last year, but with the expenses and all, I feel like it just wouldn't be worth it. Because I hear that 3S is going to be a very small part of it. Last year it was run by KD Alpha. This year, not so much. I have no clue who's running it this year. And it's not going to be jazzy. It's probably not going to be a big event for 3S, put it that way. It's not going to be a big event for 3S. And Combo Breaker is around the same weekend. It's like the weekend after. So last year I skipped Combo Breaker to go to Texas Showdown. No regrets. This year I might skip Showdown and go to Combo Breaker instead. But come to the Jazzy finale, you will.
Good. Still more blue pages, you bastard.
Yes, blue pages. Yes, I know.
Bring more. I must have some more. That's all I ask of you. Long. It's been so long since my brother, Cirrus, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid schemes.
So his brother imprisoned him?
Pretty speech. It's been greed, which is endless.
Endless greed, yeah.
It should be perfectly obvious to you. He's done evil and he has destroyed all before. Do not bring the red pages to him. You must not let him trick you. He believed you. He tricked our father.
Tricked our father.
Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch the red pages.
I don't know, man.
Beg you to bring the blue pages.
Yeah, I know, I get it.
To me, listen, you must obey me. Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
Yeah, I know. Blue pages. I'll have to go to Combo Breaker 1 year. I'd never been. It'd be my first year. Brian says, yeah, I asked him if we watched the stream, and he was like, yeah, dude, Venka's my boy, but I didn't recognize seeing him in the chat ever. Well, I'm sure he wouldn't lie about it. Again, probably somebody that I've had the pleasure of meeting at some point. Tall, white guy that was bald. That played Yang. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. What's up, Circus? Comic Breaker's godlike. Is this one of those future books? This is what books are like in the future, Circus. Instead of reading the books, you have to open them up and you have to wait for a bunch of fucking static and shit, and he'll be like... Sparkly vampire. BDSM. Okay, so let's go back and do all that shit again. I'm gonna get red page this time, though. So, the good news about that bullshit was that we got a hint that perhaps it was Cirrus who imprisoned Akinar. So my question is then, if Cirrus murdered Atris, their father, and Cirrus imprisoned Akinar in that book, who imprisoned Cirrus? I wonder what the creators think about Kindles. They're like, it's just a fad. Yeah, I've never been to Comic Breaker Circus, but as you know, I'm almost set on going. It's really a matter of finances, A, and B, if I want to go to Showdown or not. Because I went to Showdown last year, and it was fucking amazing. But again, last year, Showdown was a pretty big event for Third Strike, hosted by KD Alpha. This year, not only is it not going to be organized by KD, but it's also going to not be a jazzy event. I really wonder if it's going to be, you know, big for Third Strike or not. I heard a lot of guys from Texas aren't even going. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, the whole reason for me to go would be to see my Texas friends. So if they're not going to go, then I really have no reason to go. Whereas, I hear Comic Breaker is pretty godlike. I know you're going to be there. A lot of my other friends from the Midwest are going to be there. I'm not going to Showdown, so what's the point? That's what I'm saying. Brian's not going to go. Brian's not going to go, then why should I go? Okay. So, the other page in this world is over here by the Whistling Gorge. This is the first red page that I've gotten. I think I gave Cirrus a red page already from the other world. Uni is kind of stacked in Showdown, like usually. Yeah, last year we had a lot of fun playing Third Strike there. But this year I kind of have my doubts. I wonder if the Poverty Maniacs are handling everything retro. I think maybe they are. I might have heard that. I met Will there, Praetor, last year. I don't know if I ever met this guy, but very cool guy. We played on the same team on the team tournament. Very, very cool guy. It's one of those things I'm just grateful to have the chance to do. I'm thinking lately about how grateful I am that I can, you know, I don't live a super glamorous life, guys. I'm fucking broke as fuck. I live at home. Like a child. I can barely afford gas and groceries every month, let alone, you know, other expenditures. But because of the stream and because of all the people that I know through the stream, I've been able to travel the whole country, going to these 3S events and just meeting cool people. That's just crazy. It's just crazy. Who would have thought that a guy like me could be out there in Houston hanging out with the likes of Brian Axe and Praetor? Got bodied by Yun. Yeah, I think it was Wax. It was Wax and... Wasn't there 2 Yuns on that team that we fought against? Last year was so fun, though. I wish it was still a jazz event this year. Yeah, me too. And if it was, I would probably skip Combo Breaker. So the most fun I've ever had at an event, any event for Third Strike, was probably Techless Showdown. And then second would be Frosty Fausting's 2019 or 2020. Excuse me. There's a local in Columbus, Ohio on 029. I saw it submitted in the Jazzy Discord, so I jumped on it. Nice. In Ohio on 29. What is 29? Is that Saturday? No, that'd be Sunday, right? Sunday after next Sunday. Yeah, I think we got OCV. Well, I think you're right. And we had 4 because of an odd number entrance. Graybelt says, "Dope, Beck. I'm glad you get to travel. You're a good dude and deserve all kinds of..." Thank you, Graybelt. I'm doing my damnedest. I'm no better a dude than anybody. I am wrought with disgusting character flaws. Just ask my exes. But I'm doing my damnedest out here like anybody. It's my honor to be able to do something a little bit unusual, right? Wax is my main homie. It sucks we have to team kill each other in like every FPA monthly. What's up, Ryan? Welcome back. I didn't even know you were here at some point today. What do you mean back from a previous day? Dude. Let's go east. Wax is a very nice guy. I hate fighting his Yun, but he's a very cool dude. I was waiting for you to return. Bit spotty schedule as of late. Indeed, Ryan, indeed. Very spotty. I'm really hoping that tonight's stream works. Last night we had to end it early because of technical problems. And we did it on Thursday as well. I believe the same problem. I think it was the same technical problem that ended us on Thursday. So here's hoping. We all have them, bro. We all do. That's true. That's true. One thing I find is pretty key is to try to forgive yourself for your shortcomings. And try to move past it. One thing I found is that it's easy to overfixate on your weaknesses, such that it paralyzes you from doing any good with your life. You know, never fall for the trap of like self-loathing, or otherwise being bitter toward yourself. Just try and be forgiving toward yourself, like you would for any of your friends. Try to be a friend to yourself. Be understanding, be forgiving, be patient, and do your best every single day. Clunk. Gotta love them old games. You have to provide like 20% of the imagination and immerse yourself while playing. It's not so hard. Not so hard. I kind of feel like, when the gameplay is solid enough, then the rest sort of just kind of comes. That's west. The gameplay is solid, really solid. So it's sort of kind of, it's not that hard to get immersed. We're also trying to insert ourselves as the FPA version of Ultra Chen for 3S commentary. Well, you and Wax. I feel like in that duo, you are definitely Ultra David. Southeast. No, southwest. You guys are good on commentary, says Neon. I haven't once thought, man, why can't these dudes just shut for a sec? That's sad when you have to think that when you're watching Third Strike or any game. It's probably an MOV video playing in a tiny window. I think you're right, Ryan. This game does require QuickTime for a lot of MOVs. And yeah, I think the reason why a lot of this game has these tiny little windows is because of performance reasons, if I had to guess. It's kind of a trend in this game of, little video playing in a very small window. I haven't got the chance to see yet this tournament footage. I heard it was an amazing time, though. Everybody that I've talked to said it was like an amazing tournament. Northwest. Not just in terms of, the level of play, but just the level of fun, too. Glad you guys had a great time. Not only were there extremely strong players showing up, but the thing is, everyone was there, right? That's always makes for the best tournaments. That's why you guys have to come to your locals. Go to your locals. Again, the fun of the tournament is not just the competition; it's the fact that it's where you can hang out with your homies and make new friends and meet people. Northeast. And so anytime you have everyone going to one tournament, it's going to be fucking baller. That's why Frosty Falcon was so great. Everyone was there. Everybody in the Midwest was there. That's why, Showdown was great last year. Everybody in Texas was there. North. What that beat means. It's Robot saying, go north. Get some Sewer Shark vibes. In that game, you were trying to run Tube Stake to Solar City. What the hell is Sewer Shark? I remember Sewer Shark. Sega CD Tube Shooter. Southeast. Never played a game like that. I've seen footage of games like that. Never owned a Sega CD. It's one of the very few consoles I don't own. The whole FMV thing doesn't really appeal to me that much. It seems to be mostly those on the Sega CD. Just no radigators in this. There should be, though. I made an AVGN joke about Sewer Shark the first time you got here. I have a 2-word review for this game. Shit Shark. I must have missed that. Alright, so let's we gotta go to that fucking shithole. Okay. My dad bought what limited games the pawn shop had for XCD. It was one of them, huh? Rest in peace. Hey, Cirrus! We're talking about your brother between saying red pages. Excuse me. Red pages.
Have returned. Additional page.
Couldn't even say anything that time.
My prison on this forgotten island of Myst. I see that you are.
Talk faster.
I am called Cirrus.
I know, you already said that.
I need all the red pages.
Yeah, I know.
I must search and bring 2 more of the red pages.
2 more.
I am released, I promise. Don't touch the blue pages.
Why not?
That is where my right. For my wicked brother, Akanal.
Overacting.
He is a man of distorted mind and senses. He disgusts me. Do not release Akanal. Thirst for destruction is not never ending. Bring the red page. Beg you, please release me from this prison. I promise you will be greatly rewarded.
Hey, sick. Oh, treasure.
Must help me. To help me.
So I'm glad he said the distorted minds thing. My brother's a distorted mind. Because that plays into my theory that Akinar is the good brother, because when we go into Sirius's chambers, we find a lot of drugs and a syringe. I think he's poisoning his brother and making him go nuts. But my theory is that there is no good brother. They're both bad brothers. So I don't want to free either one of them, but if I had to choose one, I guess I'd choose Akinar at this point. No touchy, the blue pages. Sirius definitely handing up for the camera. Yeah, Sirius play Never Gonna Give You Up White Noise remix. Sirius play Never Gonna Give You Up White Noise remix. Let you die. Blue pages. Okay, so let's go to Everwood, or it's gonna be Channelwood. No. Let's go to the rocks. So they both need 2 more pages. I'm gonna give them both 1 more, then I'm gonna give Akinar his first. I'm kind of frustrated again. I found a white page. I'm pretty excited about the white page, but I don't know what to do with it yet. Okay, so we have to go to both of their chambers, I think. So that just means draining the chambers. I usually do have to stream every night. Alright. So the red page is over here, I think. So if we go look at his... Oh, I have to go deeper in. This is what I talk about when I say it's kind of annoying. You can't, like, turn in 90-degree increments all the time. Like, here, if I turn left, I turn 180. I take 1 more step in, though. Almost the same exact image. But now I can turn 90 degrees. Obnoxious. Here's the red page. But if I go over here, you can see that he's got, like, some drugs and shit. I think he's poisoning his broham. And otherwise manipulating him. But it doesn't mean his brother ain't fucking a nutcase and wants to destroy the world. Again, Sirius's chamber is always... Akinar is always, you know, about war and killing. It's kind of his theme. And Sirius is all about treasure. How do I get back again? Oh yeah, I have to do a whole thing. Gotta do this whole thing. Maybe he's shooting up so he doesn't have to deal with his brother's shit. That could be Brian. That could also be. That explains the overacting. He's like, oh, my whole body feels tingly. Red pages. Red pages, my guy. I swear, if this fucker talked about some red pages, he only has 1 more after this for me to give him. If he says the word red pages more than once, I'm gonna go apeshit. Rated teen for drugs. Hella drugs in this game. Okay, so I want this to be drained. That's good. I have to go over here now. Let's go down here. Fuck this shit. Bring me the heroin. I mean, red pages. No, on second thought, I do mean heroin. Fuck the red pages. Okay. It's the best version of this game. I saw it for other consoles and such. No, this is probably the worst version of this game. I'm only playing because I like to play classic games in their original form if I can. This game was later released. I recommend Myst Masterpiece, which is just this game, but they found the original renders in storage, like the original master renders, and they re-released it in higher resolution. So it's the same exact game, same graphics, same gameplay, but all the environments are much higher res. Then they released Real Myst, which is the same game but in full 3D. So you can actually explore the island in full 3D. And then they released Real Myst Masterpiece. I don't know what that is. I assume it's, I I assume it's the same game as real Myst, but maybe higher, better graphics. Little Kanaki, so I remember this game. Oh yeah. Brian says, I was laughing my ass off when you clicked the right button. That's so crazy, Brian. What are the chances of that? What are the fucking chances? I was trying to fucking scroll around. I was like, oh shit, oops. That should fucking work. Myst is the ultimate dad game of all time. I'm looking bored, Rye. I think you might be right. I'm not a dad, but I can feel it. I feel like a dad when I play, put it that way. I feel like a dad when I play. Yo, serious, I got a red page for you, bro. Wanna suck my dick?
With each page I can see more clearly. Soon, free from this horrible prison. This book. You must visit the one remaining age. You have not.
Where you been there, dude?
Confident that my brother Akana is demented. He is guilty. He took advantage of the freedom our father had given us. Akana began to I ask you again. Do not retrieve the blue pages. He will destroy both myself and you, just as he destroyed the other pages of Myst. Never will escape. You must simply bring the red page. Tell them the story that I, your wisdom, you will see that I am innocent and he is guilty.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Forgotten island long ago. I will owe you my life, and you will be greatly rewarded.
Ray said that, dude. Okay. Look at the penultimate blue page. See what he has to say for himself. Yeah, 1 out of 32, I guess. Can we get a better antenna for the book, huh? Tinfoil, maybe? Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I wish it didn't go on as long. I wish they cut all the little parts about in half. Interestingly enough, says Ryan, it was one of the first attempts our games being art sort of concept, before the whole debate about it, because games in 1993 were all kid stuff. Huh? Kind of hard to believe. Let's see here. I can see how, it might seem that way, to the masses. Definitely is a very artsy-fartsy kind of game. But for better. What about Leather Goddess of Phobos, huh? That sounds godlike. Can I play that on stream? It's too hot for Twitch. This blue page. This is a text adventure? I like text adventures. Okay, so let's go here to the other room, Akinar's room. Naughty themes and text are nice. Everything I want in a game. Nothing I don't want, like graphics. True art. Yeah, this guy Akinar, he's definitely a fucking creep, man. This boy loves killing. Look at all his poisons, all his weapons. He's got skulls hanging around, other loot. This is the wrong thing. It's on his bed. Let's see here. Blue page. Blue page. Sounds like a Duke Nukem 3D level of interaction, huh? Ahead of his time, man. Let's put it this way. You can take poop in the restroom toilet in the beginning, huh? Take poop. Do you take poop? Or do you take poop? Is my question. What's up, Darian? School's been kicking my ass lately. I mean, at least I got an award for highest growth on my SAT. Nice, dude. Congratulations. Gonna get a sleep or what, man? Get sleep is good. Never got a text adventure, says Ryan, huh? They can be pretty fun, but I grew up playing MUDs, so imagining playing one single player seems kind of rough. But me and Brian and a few of our friends played Materia Magica on stream. It's like a text-based MUD. That game was fucking godlike. But yeah, to me the appeal of a text-based game is sort of like the fact that you can play with other people. In a time before we had MMOs, I feel like playing it one player would be kind of boring. Get some sleep, Darian. Important. Bash says, do you use the turf something later? What's up, Ash? Well, thank you for the patronage, Ash. I saw after last night's stream that you signed up on Patreon. That was a really rough end of the stream we had, so seeing that new patron made me feel a little bit better about staying up all night and working on the fucking problem. Hopefully we resolved it. I'm not sure if I resolved it or not, though. I hope I did. I made some changes here that I hope will have a positive impact on the stability of the stream for tonight, but we'll see. Time will tell. Could be another long night of trying to figure shit out. I have a plan for what I'm going to do next if I have to do something else. I'm going to crack the PC open again and literally swap the GPU and the Elgato. The GPU then might be hotter, but the Elgato should be cooler. I'm pretty sure the Elgato's overheating, not the GPU, though. Gotta download it and see, huh? Whenever I ask for it to arrive, it says no. Sleep. Well, you know what's important, Darren? One thing I read that I kind of taken to heart years ago, I read an article that said that if you lay in bed with your eyes closed and just relax your body, it's not as good for your body as sleep is, but it's a rough approximation. It's better than, let's say, being up on, watching Netflix. Right? So it's sort of like, if you can't sleep, at least just lay there. Maybe your computer is just done with the weeb shit, huh? Yo, Brian, did you see the VOD for how our stream ended last night? It was I'm an AV engineer, guys. I've been doing that shit for, since I was in high school. I'm working AV. And I have never had a problem like what we had last night. Last night, guys, we were trying to play Code Vein. We were going to start this Code Vein stream. And during the anime intro cutscene, which is literally animation, like hand-drawn animation, like anime, whenever the screen would flash white, the Elgato would lose signal. But only when it flashed white, and every time it flashed white. How? If I had any confidence that anyone on the whole web understood HDMI better than I do, I would go somewhere and ask. Like, I'd go on the Elgato forums or the OBS forums, like, why would a flashing white image cause an Elgato to lose sync? It doesn't make any sense. Kaki says, I'm doing a Doom 2 run-through. I never played past the first chapter, and damn does it go hard later on. I had never played any Doom game. I'd like to play Doom 1 on stream at some point. I played Duke Nukem 3D, and that was great. It was interesting. Some parts were muted. I'm guessing from the intro song. Yeah, the intro song, yeah. Yeah, it's the copyright scripts. Yeah, Brian. It's just a shitty programming on their part. But yeah, I can see why that'd be muted. Well, it's all zeros and blinking signal in the buffer. I'm full of shit, but it sounds plausible. I have a few different theories of what it could possibly have been. But what you guys didn't see, if you guys were watching last night, is that after I ended the stream, I found out that there's also a lot of noise in the signal just in general. So when I went back to my desktop, the image was flickering and noisy, which I've seen in the past when I've had bad HDMI cables, but I've been using the same cables for years. I think that it was something to do with the Elgato overheating that was causing the signal to get corrupted. Or my other theory is that maybe... Oh, I turned the crank, I just need to get this power worked out. My other theory is that perhaps my recent change of a power cord was causing more signal noise in the HDMI. Because I was trying to resolve a ground loop a few nights ago, as Brian knows. And in doing so, I changed the power cord that I use. And it was it's a much thinner gauge. So I replaced the thinner power cord with my old one. And we'll see if that makes any difference. Basically, I implemented a few different solutions last night for, different theories, what it could be the problem. We'll see if any of them stick. My main theory, though, is just overheat. Elgato's overheat? That's something new for me. Not usually. They don't usually. But recently on the stream, I implemented these little blurry, pillars on the left and right of the screen. For 4x3 games, of these new blurry pillars. I think they look pretty cool. Pretty proud of how I designed them. But they are quite exhausting on the GPU. Makes the actual GPU work harder than it's ever had to work on the stream before. And my GPU's fan blows on the Elgato. So I think it's causing an overheat. Does HDMI feature that grounded sheath? I think so. keeps RF signals out and such. It's supposed to. But cheap HDMI cables oftentimes will, I shouldn't say oftentimes, but rarely will suffer EMI issues. It wouldn't be the first time I've had that problem. Back when I first bought my PS3, I had to replace the cable because the cable was having problems with interference. And this problem was very similar. That's why I tried to change out the cable during my troubleshooting. A very, very similar problem.
Oh, my friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see. Convinced Cirrus is guilty. Pray, do not release him.
This guy's definitely less obnoxious than Cirrus.
Destroy me, just to see you. Innocent bystander. I've been wrongfully tricked into imprisonment. And you have observed his unbridled lust for riches.
Exactly.
In the 4 remaining worlds. Some plot. It was almost perfect. Final blow to father. You tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I didn't murder father. Bring me the remaining. Just please. A liar. All in a liar. Must not be free. Remaining blue pages from the last age of Myst. I must be free. You must free me. I cannot bear it here for eternity. Free me.
Blue pages, blue pages, blue pages. That blue book, dude. Looks like N Crew's not gonna lie. I mean, not really. Maybe a little bit. A similar kind of beard, I guess. So my Elgato's internal Elgato is inside my case, and it's in a PCIe slot that is right below my, I should say, was right below my video card. So the exhaust is blowing directly onto it. So what I've done was I took the Elgato out and moved it a few slots down. There's quite a bit more space in there now for the hot air to, move. That might resolve the issue. And again, if it doesn't resolve the issue, I'm going to try and swap them so that the Elgato is above the GPU. GPU is blowing air down to the power supply. Again, that could cause other heat issues, but perhaps not. Red brother offers and blue brother talks straight craziness, yeah. Here's what I took from that. Akinar claims that Cirrus killed their father and blamed him. But we saw in the intro to the game, it would appear that Atris was not murdered. He said he jumped into a fissure. Wasn't that Cirrus narrating? So I think that it could be indicative of this character of Akinar lying to us. Also, Akinar told me that Cirrus killed their father. But then he said that Cirrus was fooled into believing that he said Cirrus was fooled into believing that I killed father, but he killed father. That makes no sense. But again, he's supposed to be kind of crazy. Right? He's supposed to be kind of crazy. So I feel like he's not especially reliable. His information doesn't seem very reliable. Circa says he offers no incentive for helping the crazy guy. Offers reward. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like either of these guys, but I feel like whoever I choose to free is gonna give me the bad end. Look at this, guys. I found a super secret white page. I believe, if I had to guess, again, no spoilers, please. It seems to me that using the white page is gonna give me the good end, but I don't know what book to use it on. I think that both brothers are gonna be bad end. Sirix says PSU are much more robust. Thank you, Sir. What's up, Sir? Welcome aboard. Let me know, see, man. But yeah, my theory is that I've had no problems with the GPU overheating or the PSU overheating. So, again, if I have to... My theory is that the problem's related to overheating the Elgato. I'm not positive about that. But again, if I have the same problem again tonight with crashing or with weird signal degradation, I'm probably just gonna... I'm probably just going to move the Elgato above the GPU and see if the GPU can handle being a little closer to the PSU. Sure it can. Okay, so yeah, I have this white page. No clue where to use it. I'm hoping that... My hope right now is that if I complete one of their side quests, one of the brothers' side quests, then maybe they will give me a hint on where to use the white page. But I think the white page ties into Channelwood. I'm gonna go there right now, guys. We'll show what I'm talking about. There's a memory. There's a recording in Channelwood of Cirrus manipulating Akinar, or at least they're working in cahoots. And he says, "Akinar, remember, he is preparing. Take only one page." So I don't know who is preparing. And it would seem that Cirrus instructed Akinar to take one page of something. I think that's that white page. What's up, Epolis? You start petting your Elgato? I could, I guess. Didn't even think about that. I love this part. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kaki says here, my hardware doesn't have issues running this game. Long live Intel Duo. Huh? That's funny. Yeah, I can't imagine a PC having a problem running this game. It's going up now, I see. Nice. I mean, depending on what type of motherboard you got, you can probably configure your inner PC's fan speed just in case your GPU is heating up, preventing the overheating cause such effect chain reaction. I don't think so. Pretty sure that increasing fan speed wouldn't decrease the actual temperature of the CPU at this point, or of any component. They're configured, if they need to raise the fan speed, they'll raise the fan speed. I know it's not the game, just busting balls and boasting on my only hardware Win XP era shit. I'm thinking about installing Windows XP on a virtual machine, at least Windows 95. Here's my question, guys. I really hacked together this Windows 3.1 install. It runs in DOSBox, which is very interesting, where you can run Windows 3.1 its entirety in DOSBox. So my question is this. When does DOSBox end and a VM begin? Like, it's a pretty good DOS emulation, apparently. Can I run Windows 95 in this bitch? You would think not, but I mean, I'm running a whole OS inside DOSBox right now. I wonder if I was going to do Windows 95, I wonder if I should try it in DOSBox or if I should just get a VM. It'd be pretty fucking funny to do in DOSBox, if I could. If I could run Windows 3.1, I'm not sure why I couldn't run Windows 95. It's not that different. If you want exact emulation, I guess. Yeah, but would a VM be more accurate than DOSBox? I really don't know. I've always considered DOSBox emulation. Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. But so is a VM. Anything pre-Windows XP is a living hell for drivers, huh? Channelwood. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys the recording first. Then I'm going to ask you guys a very important question. Because we're a family here, we're a team. We're a unit. We're like G-Unit. Or like the Navy SEALs. Kind of. So I'm going to ask you guys a question after I do this shit. I'll boast on some hardware shit. My first computer had a turbo button to increase processing speed from 33 to 66 megahertz. Holy shit, that was some true speed. A lot of these old PCs had turbo buttons. That was fucking great. Whatever happened to those? Turbo. Absolute shit, says Humpy. Because I have a VM just in case for what I download is a virus, but besides that, it does a pretty mean Windows 7 replica. Oh yeah. But again, Windows 7, there's not a whole lot of emulation involved. Whereas if you're trying to run something like Windows XP or Windows 95, you're going to have to get some kind of bluffing. I'm not surprised. Of course, for a VM, you'd want to run... If you were trying to run Windows 7 or 8 or anything like that, you'd run a VM. Any modern version of Mac OS or Linux. But for something like Windows 95, I wonder if a VM would be any less accurate or any more accurate than DOSBox. We did Amiga Workbench, huh? Turbo Button did the opposite effect. Yeah, I've heard sometimes they've slowed things down. I've done some DOSBox shit for work years ago, but the 3.1 era stuff is fuzzy. This is Sirius's chamber. Beep bop beep boop boop beep bop beep beep boop boop. Let's go to Akinar's chamber. Here. Look at this.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing.
Who is?
Take only one page, my dear brother.
What a very interesting device, brother. Brother! Alright, guys. So here's the question, guys. Should I free Akinar, the crazy guy? Or should I free Sirius, the fucking devil-looking guy that's obsessed with riches? That'd be miserable to watch TV on the long term. Next strain, huh? We could always try and mount it to the wall. I don't even know off the top of my head where the blue page is here. I think you should save before you do either, huh? It's pretty smart. A very wise man, Karina. Or a very wise woman in this case.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device.
You watch it right here.
You
wouldn't hurt your neck this way.
I'm not erasing anything important.
The blue page was right by the device. It wasn't why I missed it.
Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
So, what do you guys think about, what if you're watching porn on that thing, and you leaned in to grab some boobies, and you were like, you accidentally fell into this thing? Watch this. Oh my. That's it, dude. You're dead. Kind of weird looking over here. There must be nothing over here. There's a place to look at some candles, I guess. That's your fetish, huh? Getting bit by a table? Some guys might be into that, huh? As Humpy would be, he said. Getting bit by a table fetish. Hopefully you used your arm to reach instead of your beppis. So I see that Akinar had his room trapped. McRib, John the Table Mimic? I guess. Alright, guys. What do you think? Crazy guy or fucking evil guy? What's up, Rick? Welcome aboard. We got Rick. Twitch.tv/Poverty Game Night. If you guys like retro games, give them a follow. Lots of retro fighting games, other long plays. It's a pretty cool channel. Saginaw, Michigan. You should play Titanic. It's a point-and-click puzzle adventure game like this. Very good game, Titanic. Was it based on the movie Titanic? Or just named the same thing? Just turn the game off and leave both of them to rot. That's how I feel, Leon. I don't like you, these guys. I'm gonna free Akinar. He at least seems more interesting. Also, he's the one that I find the least punchable. But they're both highly punchable. Where is the page in here, though? Oh, it's, no, it's not down there. Is it over here? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a crazy guy could be more fun to free. Maybe like a cutscene of him fucking shanking me. Speaking of Amiga, get an Amiga emulator and stream It Came from the Desert. I had never once played on Amiga. Amazing woodwork for a tree village. Well, these guys, these brothers in this game, Rick, they're from another dimension, and they brought a lot of technology to these guys. So some of the woodwork is not exactly authentic. About to see what happens, Rick. I might get stabbed by a crazy guy. That's the way it goes sometimes. Guys, you guys are so afraid of getting stabbed by a crazy guy you can't even go out and do something fun. You guys gotta re-examine your values. Sometimes you gotta go out and live your life even knowing you might get stabbed by a crazy guy. They're everywhere. That could be one of them for all you know. I'll save that pussy, I'll save. It's not after the movie at all, but on the ship though. Okay, so it's not based on the movie. I think I've actually heard of this game, come to think of it. Oh, this way. Oh, I gotta fix this though. Yeet. Technology. Each of those boards are playing so well, huh? 3x6 or 2x8s. I guess they have a lot of free time. This is before we had the internet to waste all our time watching YouTube. So they had a lot of time to play in wood. Let's say what you recently, Rick. Forget about exactly why. Something about woodworking. Oh yeah, I need a open case for my PC. I bought one last night. I bought an open case finally for my PC. But I think to myself, if only I was like Rick or Ryan and could just fucking do some woodworking, I'd probably just make it out of fucking wood. It's such a simple idea. Why is it so hard to find online? The boat sinks in the end? No, Brian, what the fuck? Why would you spoil that? What do you guys think about spoilers for things that are pop culture? Are they still spoilers? You would think not, right? But sometimes people will, like, spoil the ending of, like, a 20-year-old video game. And they'll be like, dude, you had 20 years to play it. And it's like, but I hadn't played it yet. Right? But, in their defense, it's an old-ass game. I hate all spoilers, to be honest, huh? Let's save the game. Oops, wrong one. Save this as free Akinar. Like creating the metal ground is usually the hardest aspect of the build. Huh? The metal ground. Of what in particular? Something electronic? Like a super gun? The brothers in the scenery reminds me of the two brothers on the TV series Lost. It's kind of Lost-esque, isn't it? I wonder if Lost was inspired by Myst at all. You haven't been to that site in so long, huh? Who needs YouTube when you have stupidvideos.com? I don't think I've ever been there. I was all about that E-bombs. They're talking about Earth, guys. But I've seen a wood case. Wood case for PC, I see what you mean. Mobo needs a large piece of metal to ground to. Shit, mine's not grounded. Circus hates spoilers, huh? Let's go free act and see what happens. Wait. What if I used a white page in one of these books? Maybe the white page is book agnostic. Oh! I put the blue page on the white page. Or am I tripping? I'm gonna see if I can get the blue page back. Did it Eplis? I thought I saw the animation before of it going back and it was different. How do people pretend to spoil things too when they know I don't like spoilers? Huh? Yeah, it's pretty popular gimmick. Some holes are for foot mount, others are for grounded points. I just have my mobile resting on my desk. Been that way for, what, almost 2 years now? I bet this game was mind-blowing back in the day. It's still kind of mind-blowing, especially when you consider what they were working with at the time. Get him. The salty face. Yeah, I thought that when they went back to where they came from, they didn't have an animation. They sort of just vanished. Maybe I'm wrong. The bed humping noises. There ain't nothing wrong. It's That wheel needs some oil. It was very slow. Going up in the tree elevator. What kind of game this is, guys? It's the kind of game where you have a tree elevator. Pleasure having a salty face. Salty, are you going to Combo Breaker by any chance? I think you are like East Coast, but Combo Breakers have got a pretty big reach. Watch out for that tree. Resident Evil would have had you go back and get some rusty remover, then go back to a wheel room of zombies. This game kind of has similar mechanics. Rick's not going on. So this is I want to go. Kind of wonder what the mechanism is. Very odd movement. Crank it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Headed to my brother for that weekend, huh? Damn. Why not bring your brother to Combo Breaker? Is it like Steam pushing it up with a ratchet of some kind? I don't know. This game has a lot of bizarre, otherworldly mechanisms. I wouldn't say it has to follow any physical laws. We are in like a magical world. Could just be some bullshit. Got him. Got him. The wizard magic. No, too bad it's always on a holiday weekend. I'm sure it'd be cheaper to stay and park in the city if it were not on Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. You know I'm going there, because if you want a room to stay in, or, you know, someone to drive you down there, you know that doesn't make me happier. Plenty of time to think it over. So you said you're going to go visit your brother. But it'd be fun. It would be fun. You know I got space in my room for you anytime. And space in my car. Oh, I don't want to do this way. I want to go this way. Turn around. Go this way. No. This way. What date is Combo Breaker anyway? It's May something and something. We got hella parking money in Chicago. We prepaid a bunch and never used it. That's funny. Oh, Paige is there. You're right. Alright. Well, I have to come back and get it again one more time anyway. I really want to see if I can... Well, I'll just save, and then I'll just save scum. I don't know what date and where they is, huh? Wow, Brian. Wow. You got him to get that TurboGrafx Mini Venka? Hell no. I haven't bought one mini console yet. To me, they're a bunch of fucking rip-offs. They're cool if you don't know how to emulate. I'm gonna go this way. No, I don't. I wanna go this way. Aha! Thinking about it, I never really wanted any of the minis. It has both US and Japan ROMs on it, and Soldier Blade. Soldier Blade up in it. Guess you could just emulate, yeah. The whole mini console craze to me seems like, you know, people that have a lot of disposable income at the very least. At best. I'll just hack it with more games, better than having to drag around a laptop. I'll just get like a Raspberry Pi. Or get a, you know, a PC for your living room. Okay. So I have this blue page here. I'm going to, go back out here. Got Dracula X running on it, huh? TurboGrafx. Alright, Let's save here. Whitpidge. Whitpidge. Let's see if this will go into any of the other books. I wish I knew what to do with the white page. Hey, Akinar, you want a white page? He said bring the blue pages, but I got a white page. It's like the blue page, but better. No such luck.
Oh, my friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see.
Because a lot of shmups, huh? Turbo graphics, yeah, I think I've heard that before. Who's manufacturing this new mini console? So let's load our save. Restore game, don't save. I want to go to the Whitpidge save. A lot of them share similar weapons. Are they all same developer? Got my page, nice. Like blue was always electricity and laser, red was always regular pew pew pews. Alright guys, we're gonna free Akinar and see what happens. Probably gonna get shanked by a crazy guy, but again, that's just life sometimes, guys. You gotta kind of take that risk. Be free.
Hello, I'm Akinar. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. Completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had one father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison.
Wait, what?
It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf. It's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158.
58.
Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am.
Green book.
I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that.
Hey, so this got a reward.
Go.
Green book, white page. Like where this is going. What's up, Yogurt Brain? Missed some stuff in the chat here. I was busy watching this cutscene. Ryan says here, yeah, after Happy Console Gamer talked highly of Ys, I figured I need to try it, huh? Ys, or am I misreading that? So Epps said, love that series. We're talking about Ys. That guy does really good game reviews. None of that IGN number bullshit delivered in the same clinical tone. Ian's like, Gert. Gert. Tips had it, Gert. Boy, this blue guy giving a full Sunday sermon over here. I'm glad he at least told me some interesting stuff. At least it wasn't just, find me more blue pages. Actually, some lore there. Yeah, Ys, like the action games. Yeah, Ys. Yeah. Those guys are sick. Yeah, I've only ever played Ys 1. Never played any other Ys game. I played Ys 3 on SNES a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I liked Ys 1 on Master System. Okay, well, that was really fun. Let's go do some fucking shit. Oh, we have to find 158 first. Hold it down. The more recent entries are very cool, but I played all of them, huh? Played them in release order. That's amazing, dude. Even the remakes? So you played every single release, or you skipped some of the original version and played the remakes instead? You go hard as fuck, Yogurt Brain. Oh, shit. Okay. Cheat. I don't like numeric scores. Say what you liked about the game, what you didn't care for, and how you related to it. I've been watching this show recently called... I'm going to get my iPad here, guys. I'm watching this show lately on YouTube from the Escapist magazine called 3-Minute Game Reviews. I've been very impressed by how much they can get into 3 minutes. They're pretty good reviewers. Lots of insight in a very short amount of time. It's quite an interesting exercise, I feel like. How do I take a photo of this thing? It's been so long. Let's see, do I go here? Yes. Take a pic. Got it. Nice sound effect. I played all the remakes and the OGs. Some of the remakes are very different, while some of them are just graphical upgrades. Apple says he likes Ys Origin. Or excuse me, she says she likes Ys Origin. Still getting used to the change. Okay, so let's go here to the fireplace. Get him. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go to the gallery. Yeah, I've only ever played one. I've heard they're really good, though. I should probably play more, huh? Maybe on stream. They are action RPGs, after all. I feel like they might work well on stream. There's some weird photos in here. What the fuck? Why is there so many photos of my dick? There we go. Ys Origin is sick. That one's in my top 3. You can play that one whenever, too, because it's a prequel. Okay. Thanks for the sub, Zanzu. Ah, yes. 31-month streak? You guys didn't know Zanzu's been subbed here since we first could even get subs. That was back, I think that first started toward the end of Dark Souls 2. Zanzu the guy. Look at the cool, I recently put a top 3, a tier 3 emoji, the Team Zan logo, so I figure Zanzu probably going to be the only sub we're going to probably ever have in that tier. Thought it was quite fitting. Did I do a Zanzu Pokemon board? I'm not going to save again, Brian. At least not yet. Enter the code first, at least. Yeah, I'm kind of loath to play certain RPGs on stream because they are so slow-paced that it doesn't really suit my hosting style. But maybe an action RPG would be an exception. That could be fun. Ys playthrough? Ys series playthrough? We got Zanzu. Life is good. Okay. That's the thing. Please work. Yeah, it's action, yeah. So what do we got here? Red page and a blue page and a green book. Blue page? Red page.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny. Not yet. I have many questions for you, my friend.
This is Atris.
As you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Oh. Perhaps my story is in order. My
Where's
name is
Vamir?
Atris. I fear you've met my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island. In my library. Oh, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places.
Yeah, I know.
It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over-greedy explorers that might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped.
What?
My sons, Cirrus and Achenar, we had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise.
You think?
I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. They used their own mother.
What?
Oh, my dear Catherine. To lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except that they removed a single page from my Myst linking book.
Hey, I know
I
the
cannot
pages.
return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
Okay. Interesting. Zan says, East is a pretty good series. Early games are pretty retro. You know, I've been curious about East for a long time. Maybe we should play it. It'd be a fun game to play on stream. Well, the problem is that there's so many games, and, well, they're not that expensive, are they? Free into the books, dude. Sup, Venka, says Nitrana. I played in Jazzy Circuit at Free Play in Arlington. Nice, Nitrana. Sick. Sounds like you guys had a great time there from what I heard. What do you think, Nitrana? Pretty pumped? Did you have a good time? You can get through the OG trilogy in a few hours. Yeah, I played through the first game and never played the second one. I played the third one a little bit and didn't get that far in it. There's a collection on Steam that isn't too expensive. I'll look at it, Zanzu. I'll look at it. You won 2 matches? Nice. That's really impressive for someone who doesn't have a lot of tournament experience. Met Katie Alpha and Big Nasty. Both great guys and good friends of mine that I'm honored to even fucking know. Let alone have the chance to kiss once in a while. Okay. So let's do a few things here.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, dude.
There isn't that one for Katie yet, no. I wish there was. I'm tournament experienced, but not in threes. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Nitrana. I didn't realize. Okay, so I didn't know if there was a whole other page left. So I'm going to get the other red page and give it to Cirrus. Myst 2, the Page Master. This is so annoying. Let me go to the fucking door! Please. Please. Jesus. Oh, so you met Brian X as well in the Toronto. I know you're from Michigan. Are you from Michigan, Toronto, or am I wrong about that? Best puzzle in the game, 10 out of 10. Find the door. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to Channelwood. I'm back in Michigan. I'll be in Grand Rapids soon. Our ping should be good. In Toronto, you know we have monthlies, right? We're gonna have one on the 2nd, this Sunday. It'd be a pleasure to meet you there. Yeah, Brian plays Chun. Don't hold it against him. He's actually a pretty nice guy. No, in Detroit. Oh my god. Oh my god, Ryan. Best part of the game right there, Ryan. Go, tree elevator! Into the heavens! Yes! Yes! This is like me when my ex-girlfriend first told me that she was the moderator of the Green Arrow wiki. She's like, it's kind of nerdy, but I collected these old radio recordings of the Green Arrow. I moderate the Green Arrow fan wiki. And I was like, Kong kong kong, Kong kong kong, Kong kong kong, Kong kong kong. The elevator to pierce the heavens. Alright. So much fun, huh? Free play was a great scene. Yeah, Texas is crazy, man. I've never once been to free play. I can't wait to go there in June. June 12th to 14th, I'll be down there in Arlington to play in the Jazzy finale. It's gonna be fun. Or should I play in the last chance qualifier? A bit of best for the Brown. Y'all need to be that biased though. Hope I can go just to meet everyone. I'm in Austin. I hope you can too, Epolis. I don't think we actually had the pleasure of meeting in person because we weren't at Showdown, were we, last year? I've heard things about the hygiene around Smash events. I can only hope that these are better, huh? Anytime you go to a convention with a bunch of nerds, there's going to be a little bit of BO. But it's not as bad as legends tell. But I don't really hang around Smash that much, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. Why am I kind of not convinced by Atris? What was that recording about? Remember when we saw Cirrus? He goes, he is preparing. Only take one page. Preparing for what? What if their father was the one that's actually nuts? It was hot and a little sweaty. It wasn't stinky in my experience, though. Ryan, do you remember where you live? You should come out to play some Thursday with us sometime. If only just to enjoy the retro atmosphere and look at all the arcade boards. Love hitting that switch, so satisfying. Alright, I guess. Oh, wrong direction. That's fine. Let me out of here. Where am I going? What if the small window in the elevator was strategically for one of those MOV files? What if? That'd be fucking crazy. But no way, dude. No way. This game couldn't be good. could it be? More likely than you think. Alright, let's see here. This game's been amazing so far. I gotta play the sequel. I'm not sure exactly when though. Guys, you guys didn't know. When we're done with Myst, we're starting a new long play series here. We're gonna play through the first 4 Zelda games on stream in order chronologically, at least. That's Legend of Zelda NES, Zelda 2, Legend of Link. That's what it's called, right? NES. Then we're gonna play Zelda 3. That's Zelda Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. Then we're gonna play Link's Awakening on Game Boy, probably the DX version. And it's gonna be a hell of a fucking long play series, man. Adventure of Link, thank you, Brian. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Zelda this time. There's a lot of Zelda. Link to the Past. That was my first Zelda game. I love that game. All games are hype. My question though, Zanzu, is will I be able to physically survive that much Zelda? Like, that's a lot of Zelda. Zelda games are all kind of samey. I love Zelda. I love the Zelda formula. They're all kind of samey. I feel like that can get pretty exhausting to play 4 of them in a row. But time will tell. Ryan pushes up his glasses. Technically, the second quest on the first game. I didn't play second quest, first game. Yeah, that's true though. We'll see. I might just be so in love with it I could even play more. I think it'd be kind of fun to play like a Zelda, like a retro Zelda series, 1 through 4. And then, because that's kind of like, the pre-Zelda. That's kind of like proto-Zelda, right? And then maybe one day we'll play Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask back-to-back. And then we can play like, modern Zelda. I kind of feel like, Ocarina of Time was like that breaking point between the two worlds. Thanks up, Signal. It was rough back in the day, all the random bombing and bush burning. That's my favorite Zelda game, I feel like. That's not fair to say. I played that one the most recently. I didn't play Zelda 1 until I was an adult. And I found that I really love that game's pace. I love the open world, non-linear aspect of it. Kind of reminds me of this game a little bit, There's no stupid town, there's no side quests. It's just exploring and burning bushes and finding treasure and getting the hints. I love it. Unpopular opinion. I don't like Ocarina of Time, especially Majora's Mask. Why not, Eccles? Leon says Oracle of Seasons and Ages were great. I never played those ones at all, Leon. I had to buy them for the stream. I've heard they were good, never played them. That was Game Boy Color, I think, right? Then I go dislike Smoke. Yeah, I enjoyed the hints. I wish more games had a feature like that. Yeah, Game Boy Color. I just didn't like having to repeat things on Majora's Mask. Oh, what about Ocarina of Time? I'm pretty sure this is not the final page. Final page is back there with Atris.
You finally returned.
Duck lips.
I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus.
I know.
I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Achenar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered.
Yep.
The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Achenar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Akhenot's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever.
Damn. Give that happens.
But now, you are here to release me.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Listen carefully.
Okay.
You must find one more page and I will be forever free.
Okay, nice.
There is a book on the shelves. This library, which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf.
Yeah.
Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released.
Does he know about the green book?
Able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book.
Yeah.
If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will be face to face.
Okay. Cool. So now we can go get the white page and finish Atris's book. Ren says, red pages. Red pages. Let's see here. It was alright. I played through it twice on Ocarina of Time. Ryan says here, the guide made it much better. The Ocarina of Time guide. Sig says, played Madagascar Escape 2 Africa, the DS game. Okay. Or you can miss the rains. Down in Africa. Pattern 158 and recreate it in the door of the fire pits. I didn't own much of those Nintendo Big Shot Company games. I own Where the Wild Things Are, I Spy, and stupid free games. Wish I could play I Spy on stream, it'd be sick. Probably racked up to around 30 DS games in total. That's quite a lot, it's quite a collection. Books are way better with tiny TVs in them, huh? Yeah, they have their ups and downs. Cool if they had subtitles. Search for the 208 multi-cart for DS and get an SD card with uncompressed ROMs. Just play all of them? Okay, so let's save the game. I assume at the end. Could be wrong. I think this is the last decision in the game. And I'm gonna see if I can maybe get all 3 endings, huh? I want to get a DS emulator. Huh? We'll get one. You said you're getting a better PC soon, right? DS emulation is pretty good these days. White page. White page. I'm gonna try and do the pattern from memory. Let's see how far I hit. Come on, goddamn. Okay. There's no way I can do it. That looks close, right? Am I tripping? That might be it. Go! Ah, shit. That had to be close. Yeah, it does. That plus it has a RetroArch as a simulator in there. I guess the only thing my computer hates running is Steam games. The app I downloaded from like Google and Microsoft run fine. Fuck. Damn. Somebody didn't carry their trusty grid paper and pencil. I have it on my iPad. I took a photo. I'm trying to see if I can remember it, just for fun. I have to look it up. Shit. That had to be close. Okay, I wasn't that close at all. Pixar boobs, huh? Let's see, can we approximate some boobs? There you go, Humpy. It's probably as good as I can do. How's that? Satisfied, Humpy? When we use our mind to take a step at a time, we can do anything that we want to do. I least love that show. It's so godlike. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I was way off. You sure are smart. Me and you and our dog Blue, we can do anything that we want to do. No, Humpy, come on, dude. Jeez, I trusted you, man. There's no way this man's gonna whip it out in the middle of our stream to jack off to some pixelated boobies. Just let me down. That's kind of close. Okay, so let's think about this. The big twist in the game would be if Atris was actually the bad guy. That'd be the big twist. But what I find interesting is that both Akinar and Cirrus told me not to touch this book. That I'd be imprisoned. And it's Atris in there. So I actually wasn't. So both of them lied. And also we know that Cirrus instructed Akinar to take the white page out of this book. So this has got to be the good ending then. Better ask Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper. Good old days. Got your page, dude.
Have you found the missing page?
Yeah, sure.
Come.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady.
Come on, then.
Okay. Free daddy has the right to toast their asses, I guess. I already saved. Okay. This is a pretty big place. So I can just zoom in and zoom out. Whoa. It's kind of hard to navigate this game sometimes. Yes, it's definitely weird. What's up, dude?
Ah, my friend. You've returned. And the page? Did you bring the page?
Maybe.
Ah, give it to me.
I don't
Give
know.
me the page.
I don't know.
Please give the page.
No.
The page, my friend. The page. Give me the page. Please give the page.
Not gonna happen, dude. My page.
The page, my friend. The page.
I keep on saying that, I think. I think I played Riven at some points in theory. I'm not exactly sure when.
Give me the page. Please give the page.
I think he's on loop now, right?
The page, my friend. The page.
I kind of have to give it to him. Because I can't leave without it. I'm kind of trapped here. Just burn in front of him. We just met. I'm not your friend. Sometimes I don't trust this dude, man. Seems like a prick. A magical prick. The worst kind. Some serious oil in that lamp. Indeed, Ryan. Indeed. Yeah, kind of like Google Maps, right? That's what someone said yesterday. They seem kind of like Google Maps. How you doing, Sin Theory? Yeah, this game was so much fun. I'm playing Riven for sure. Can Riven be played in Windows 3.5? Or is it only for Windows 95? So I can walk here. How many doors are there? It's kind of hard to tell. Because this all looks the same, for God's sake. There's maybe 6 doors total. This is where I started. It's really hard to tell how many doors there are. Okay.
Give me the page.
Fine.
You've done the right thing.
Have I?
I have a difficult choice to make.
Let me help.
My sons have betrayed me.
For sure.
I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
No! Don't leave me in here! No, no. No! See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Oh, man. He was like, well, see you later. Fuck. But it's just a book of Myst. I can't use it? Oh, hey. Welcome back.
It is done. I have many questions for you, my friend. But my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage.
Wait, what?
Oh. And reward, I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst, the books that are contained there.
Whack.
Feel free to explore at your leisure.
Already explored them.
I hope you find your explorations satisfying.
They're already explored?
You will no longer have my sons to deal with.
This boy killed his fucking sons.
Oh, and one more favor.
Yeah. Anything.
I am fighting a foe much greater than my sons could even imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance.
Oh, no problem, bro. I'm mad
Until
at
that
solving
point,
puzzles.
feel free to enjoy the explorations from my library on Myst. Thank you again.
Kind of anticlimactic ending there. How do I get back? I use your book, dude? Pretty good, in theory. So my only hesitation is that last night I had some pretty major technical problems with the stream. I was up all night last night getting them resolved. So I'm hoping that as we go into Code Vein starting right about now, we're going to not have any technical problems. I hope not. But we're having a good night as well, in theory. Milliseconds is 10,000 seconds, or 10,000th of a second. That daddy justice, Neon. Holy shit, man. Jesus. He's like, you still here? Dude, how do I get out? This is the end? Can we leave? Like, if he's trapped here, why would he want to be here? Why would he stay here after being trapped here for so long? You just want to sit there and fucking write? And most of all, thank you for playing. Episode says, yeah, this game pissed me off. That's a hell of an anticlimax. Because maybe the other endings will be better. The other bad endings. This is such a weird room. Like, there's nothing here. I can examine these for like no reason, apparently. I really can't go back. There's no credits gonna roll. This is just the end of the game. More quiet than a real library. Oh, here it is. I can click before. I had to click his hand. All right, there we go. This is source of his inspiration. Oh, I guess, dude. That's just his place now. He's like, I'm comfortable here. It's like me, right? He's a fucking millennial. He's fucking been trapped in this fucking house for like years. Like, you're free. He's like, cool. Thanks, I appreciate that. Anyway, I'm gonna sit here and play more Third Strike. It's crazy how the speed run world for this game is only 51 seconds. That seems impossible unless you were using some kind of glitch, right? No. You could do it. You could get that ending. Yeah, that'd be really fast. You could get that from the start of the game, right? You just have to run here, punch in 158, hit all the switches. Oh, even then they have to solve some puzzles though to do that. Yeah, I don't think that's possible without a glitch. Because you would need to do... Oh, my God. Jesus. The daddy justice. Oh, my God. So, to do it that fast, you would need to hit all the switches. He destroyed him. That was holy shit. The code you enter at the end is always the same, I think, which is why it's possible. Yeah, but in order to get the white page, you have to hit all the switches. That one and that one. The problem would be this one. Because over here, you have to solve a puzzle. You have to run down here. And you have to crank these just right to hit that switch. That'd be the hard one to get. Because you have to crank these to get that one. And then you would run back. And hit this. And then punch in the code. Yeah, crank that cut, Wes. Crank it. Okay, so we beat the game. That's the end. I don't think there's going to be any kind of credit roll. I think this is just post-game now. I can explore my heart's content. I feel like. Remember when he said to get the white page before you go in? Remember when he said to get the white page before you go in? No, what are you talking about? I must be misreading you. Before you go into what? When you first opened the green book. Oh, I see. Is there an ending where you can go in there and not have the white page with you? And you get stuck there? That's hilarious. We should do that ending then. Hella endings. Okay. Now we can go here. Restore game. Don't save. So I want Myst white. Or white page. Probably this one, huh? The fuck? Fuck game. That's pretty salty that night. The best ending to a game is crashing. Huh? That's alright. Okay. It's called white page, but I have a blue page for some reason. Get rid of it. Time for code vein, guys. I'm gonna beat this game first now. A few different times. A few different ways. Where's the fucking fireplace? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I'm dummy. Thanks, Epilus. How far would I have gotten before I realized I fucking got the white page again? In my absent-mindedness. I would have been like, how is this ending any different? It's like, it's not. You gave him the white page again. I would have been like, don't. I'm such a fucking dummy. Why am I such a fucking dummy, dude? Oh, I don't remember how this worked. It was like, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I better memorize this. No. What we got? So this one goes out further than the other one does. This one goes out by 3. Like this. Okay, and then it goes like this. Got it. Crashing is how my game ends so far. But it has messages each time you beat a level, and you'll be able to piece together the story. I got the gist of BuildBox figured out so you can only play on iPhone. You can play on computers using the keys, but then there's just 2 arrows and a jump button on the screen. Can't figure out how to remove it. It's weird. Fireplace puzzle brings back memories fighting the blockhead Grande in Okami. I never actually beaten Okami. My brother loves that game, but I never played that extensively. Hey, bud. What's that, Bram?
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny. Not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend.
Okay, so it's just the same shit. Let's get... Wait, I already had a blue page. Doesn't matter. We don't need all the pages. Maybe white page is a really old save. Touch the screen. Damn, I thought I remembered it, but I don't. That was close. I remember the little stanky leg at the end. A little stanky leg hanging out there. Ooh! What's this weird block puzzle thing? It's just a lock. Hey, bro. This Dunny, nice place. Hey, man.
My friend. You've returned. We meet face to face. And the page. Did you bring the page?
Hell yeah, here it is right. Oh.
You didn't bring the page. You didn't bring the page. What kind of fool are you? Oh. Did you not take my warning seriously?
Well, want a kiss?
Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever.
Sick. Daddy not happy. We better make friends, dude. We're gonna be here forever. Why you gonna be fucking all bitter and shit, man? Let's be cool. So we're gonna be here for a minute. What are you writing about? Can I read over your shoulder? This game used to scare the shit out of me, says Lickar. Good up, Lick. It's definitely very atmospheric. I can see how that could be the case. Got a little kitchen back there, maybe? Can I cook some grub? Where's 7-Eleven in Dunny? You guys got a Denny's in Dunny? We in Dunny now, son. Big Dunny. Hey. Atris, hey. It's like, don't touch my shit, bro. Stay on your side of the hovel. Stay on your side of Dunny. Atris. Can I sit in your desk? Can I rub your head? All right. Okay. Speaking of that ink, Atris. You have magic wizard powers, you do more ink? That's cool, that's cool. So I don't remember which of these... So I went to... So we have red page, pre-page. I just went to wit page, and I had a blue page on me. Which seems weird. I wonder how many pages I have for the other guy. Let's go here. I think it's probably the last penultimate page. Let's try, no. What could Myst Wit be? How's that different from Wit page? Myst Wit. Maybe I just got the white page? Yeah, one of those two. I tried playing Riven once, couldn't get far at all, huh? Are these people ghosts in this game or what? No, they're wizards, man. They're magical. Basically. We live in the magical world they created, so it's really not that bizarre. It's just, like a dream world. They're warlock ghost specters, huh? You guys can get that far in a Riven, huh? Alright, well, this must be the penultimate blue page. Who's gonna give me his rant about the fireplace 158?
Hello, I'm Akana. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment.
If I can't find it, I can see if I can still have my copy. It has like 4 to 5 scenes.
Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father.
You fucking liar. Wizards and Pokemon equals that devil, huh? It's kind of scary, like.
Again, when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches, he stole from the Aegis Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slipped away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the Aegis Myst, he said. He began to look upon me and...
There's him, Katie. Just beating the game, dude. We already got 2 endings. Let's see what's going on with this fireplace real quick. Dude, watch this shit, dude. Watch what I do. Watch how I operate. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, my, yeah. Oh, hang on, that one. This one, okay. Okay, nice. Oh my god. Oh my god! Ooh. Oh no, Katie! That happened to like literally everybody except for me after Frosty Faustix. The nerd flew. I'm saying Cut West. Too clean, dude. Too clean. Remember the stanky leg? I can remember that stanky leg. Get me out of here. Hey, dude, there's a blue page for you, man. You want to be friends? Or do you want to shank me? Either way, I'm down. You know your boy Vencabot, I'm always down. Oh. Hey, he's free. Sure is dinky, though.
Oh yes, I'm free! Oh, I feel alive! And how do you feel, my friend?
Great.
Oh, and what have we here? Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for? Whoops!
No, what, we got reversed?
Yes! Oh. Looks like perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view.
That's why it's so tiny. Come on, bro.
There's my brother. Oh, yes.
What a pervert.
Maybe someone will rescue you someday.
Maybe someone will rescue you someday. Dude, I wish I'd be trapped in a book, dude. How stupid it'd be to fucking be waiting in a book for all eternity, some guy opens your page, opens your book up, and it's like... It's like fucking like KD standing there, and I'm like, blue pages! Blue pages, KD! He's like, what are you doing there? I'm like, blue pages, bro, I'm wrongly imprisoned, bro. You must bring me the blue pages. The old switcheroo. Eli Naomi says, Myst is still cool in my eyes. Hella cool. That's an awesome experience. Ko says, you inside that book for life. I guess, dude. I blame the most likely non-inoculated kids at FPA, huh? Typical FPAers. That bad ending, indeed it was, yeah. Look, Ma, I'm in a tiny book TV. Is that big nectar in the pages? Red Perry's blue pages. Alright, well, I'm trapped here for all eternity now. Well, honestly, that's what I get. I guess I kind of had it coming. Let's restore a game. No, hang on. Let me save the game as end game 3. I wonder what happens if I load the save. Where'd I end up? What do you want me to try, Epolis? Cool idea? I don't think I can click anything. I'm just trapped in the book forever. Yeah, I'm going to do the red page, yeah, of course. I thought Epolis might get some kind of other crazy idea. Yeah, I'm trapped in a void. Like, what do you want from me? I'm in a book. The fucking book is closed. This is what it looks like inside a closed book. Alright, let's see here. So... how about redpage.miss? I think this is the one I want. Hope so. You're the one that I wanted! So I got, do I have a red page with me right now? No, I don't. I think it wants the last red page from this thingamajig over here. Here we go, guys. Get ready for this? Boop, 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 boop. Do a little bird up here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this. A little stanky leg right here. See the little stanky leg came out there? Get him. Oh no! Yo, hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, I know what I missed. I'm a dummy. Yeah, exactly. I forgot the floating one. I forgot the little floating poop. Stanky leg. Alright, we're in there, guys. How the hell are you supposed to know this? He's gotta know, like, he's gotta know. I'm lucky, I was born with the knowledge. Scientists still trying to figure out how, like, instinct works. And I can't explain it, but I just somehow knew that combination. I used to draw it on my notebooks back in elementary school. It's crazy. Cirrus, at your page, bro. First try. Yeah, easy game. Fuck! Hey, bud. Wanna be friends? Remember all those riches you promised me? Can I get a bunch of gold? That'd be sick.
Oh, yes! Yes.
That's gonna be the
I'm
Pac Man.
free! Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend.
No problem, bro.
You've done the right thing. You stupid fool!
Oh, no.
It looks like perhaps you're in the book now.
Seems that way.
And what have we here? A page.
Bro, come on, man.
Oh no.
I helped you, dude. Can I get some a little bit of gold? Just for having the book?
I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it.
Dude, what is with this fucking pile of shit in the corner? Is there a toilet in here?
I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're into books.
I want a blood book.
The library looks much the same as I left. Oh, I can
Guilty true again? I know how instinct works. I'm not telling you enough, no get wrecked. Come on.
Goodbye.
See you around, man. Actor played father and one of sons. Really? So was he Akinar as well as Atris? Just take a look. It's in a book. Zoom in. A reading rainbow. Tear down the cheek. If we burned all the books, this couldn't happen. We burned a lot of them. If I recall correctly, the ending of Pissed is the father in a bathtub wearing a crown. I should play Pissed. Alright guys, well this game was great. I highly enjoyed it. The endings were a little bit iffy. But for 93, for being such a ambitious sort of game, I'd say it succeeded in what it tried to do, which was make an immersive, surreal world with some interesting puzzles, some fun lore. Had a cool little mystery aspect to it. I enjoyed that aspect probably the most. I enjoyed finding the hints about what had happened, in the past. Try to figure out who done it. That was kind of fun. All right, so I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna try and load one of these saves. Let's hit OK here. Let's watch the credits as well here. Let's go, Rand Miller, Robin C. Miller. Clap it up, guys. GG. G fucking G. Look at this backwards. They have the person on the left and then what they did on the right. Myst.pipemaze.exe. The other game where the ending pissed me off was the first Soul Reaver. Blue pages greater than blue balls, I'll give it that. I don't know, we might have hella blue balls now. I'm trapped inside the blue book and the red book. Thank you, Neon. Thank you, Brian. Good game. I'm glad I finally got around to playing it. Arigato, it says. Tell the Japanese guys. That's a nice little touch. Don't call the number, guys. Good game is okay. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh, we can watch the making of Myst! Let's put off Code Vein and watch the making of Myst. It kind of looks like tacos a little bit. I don't mind that either. Riven next? No. Riven someday. I'm not sure exactly when. Guys, in this time slot starting on Wednesday, The Legend of Zelda. We're playing through the first Zelda game, then the second Zelda game, then the third Zelda game, then the fourth Zelda game, all in a row. Then we're gonna stop there, just before Ocarina of Time. Play through the retro Zelda games. Of course, guys, my next time slot's gonna be Code Vein tonight. But Riven, I don't know exactly when, but someday in the near future. I really enjoy this game a lot. I'd love to play Riven. Zelda, Katie! Favorite kind of game, button masher. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Myst.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile.
I wonder where this takes
Still,
place in the
questions
canon.
about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Brian.
I know my apprehensions
Why
might
and
never
when?
be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Also, how to get trapped... Oh, I see. I see. So they took a page out of Myst for him to get trapped there in the first place. I was thinking to myself, how did they trap him in Myst when they were already trapped in the books? That's because he went to Dunny after. Okay, so it has a photo of Myst. Am I just in the void? I think I'm just in the void. Come on, dude. Can I get out of the void? Oh, it's just the ending again. That's kind of cool. Takanaki says The Link Between Worlds is really good too. Check that out if you haven't played it. I haven't played it, no. Maybe I will. It'd be kind of hard to stream though. I mean, being a 3DS game.
Oh, I feel alive.
Oh my God.
How do you feel, my friend? And whatever here, perhaps the pages you worked so hard for.
This guy has to smell like ass, right?
Whoops.
So they trapped him in Dunny because they tore a page out of Myst. Then they trapped themselves exactly.
You're seeing the world from my
That's
point of
right.
view.
They trapped themselves trying to get into the blue and red books.
Yes.
Or rather, I think that maybe they trapped... Because he was aware they trapped themselves, right? Maybe they trapped themselves first, and then he went to Dunny, not knowing that they had set him up. I think he tore out the pages and hit him around to keep them trapped. Then he went to Dunny and was trapped there. As for the whole fissure part, though, I'm not sure what the hell the fissure part means, how that all plays in. Why is he trying to destroy the book of Myst? Maybe he tried to destroy the book to prevent people from getting to the library to free his sons? But then how did he get out of the fissure? I kind of assume the fissure is where he's going to be trapped forever, but I guess not. GG. Alright, let's go watch Making of Myst. Let's go! Then it's Code Vein time. I'll raise the volume here a little bit. Maybe Catherine got pissed at him for trapping her sons in a fissure, his divorce court. They never explained how they used Catherine to trap him. That's kind of interesting. He said that they used Catherine to trap him. The Making of Myst. Is it going to be real dinky? Maybe I should lower the resolution. Good game. Yeah, I know. I played the game just now. How you guys make it? That's my question. Yep. I remember all that stuff. the design.
Probably the design, the whole design process is one of the funnest parts of what we do. Yeah, Myst was different because right up front from the beginning, we had to sit down and spend a good month or over a month. It was about a month and a half. Every day just designing all the worlds, all the everything involved with it. Sitting down and going over puzzles and whether or not they'd be too hard or too easy, and
Very noisy.
and whether or not they fit with the story, because there was so much story that was being developed at the same time.
Right. It could kind of open up to the side where the
So we'd extend the gameplay by having just the depth, the depth in the amount of places to explore. I mean, just so vast that you just felt like it was going on forever. And so we just
I
go
wouldn't go
back
that
and
far.
forth and
Plus
back
it's
and
93.
forth, and you wouldn't believe some of the stupid ideas that we end up, Robin ends up coming up with.
Myst Island. Ha ha ha! This is where we film
Nice.
incredible movies.
The blue screen, son. I know all about how that shit works. Trust
Blue
me.
screen. This is a blue screen table. A real high quality production. That's a dictionary right there. I think it was $19.95 on sale. Special deal of $19.95. Yeah, we really got a good deal on it. It's regular like $99.
The graphics. 3D pinball is so close, it's Sonic Spinball level salty, is what I'm running hell.
Always been very much into the detail of things, the richness of things, and so when we did Myst, we wanted it to be a very rich environment and a very detailed environment.
It was, it really was.
Graphically, that meant a lot of work.
We are using a computer, in essence, to build sets. The stuff that we're doing for Myst basically has to be fully realized in order to move a sort of a virtual camera around this kind of virtual set. You take a camera and you place it in various positions in order to move, say, from one room to another or down a hallway. It's just a sequence of camera shots that are taken in a computer that end up looking photographic and end up helping, end up allowing the player to really believe that they're sitting in this world.
This is amazing.
For example, if we're building a room,
The depth.
we tell the computer, okay, a wall goes in this place, and another wall goes here, and the floor goes here, a desk goes over here, and the desk has this wood surface, and it has these little gold handles in the front, and it has a carving in the front of the wood, or inlaid wood at this
This is fucking sick.
We would build an incredible amount of detail into our models. It was a time-consuming process. It meant that we would include everything up to the tiniest little screw or nail.
That's awesome. Reminds me of the VHS my grandma made for her children, huh? I love VHS movies, it's sick now. I bet they didn't use a turbo button when making this game.
I started off kind of seeing it from an artist perspective. I would look for the most interesting scene that I could come up with. But the problem I ran into was that every time I made it look interesting, it didn't work for the interface because it was unrealistic. I mean, you don't look at everything as a composition. When you're walking through a room, you're either just walking through a room or you're stopping and staring at everything. And the hardest thing for me was to try to make that transition from trying to make everything look really pretty, composed, and make it work as far as interface goes.
Interesting. Look at this shitty computer. They're fucking godly computers, Brian. We don't want shitty computers that make this sound.
When we first started
Brent,
out,
I'm really
we
glad
had
you played this
really
in
no
and enjoyed
idea
it.
how we were going to be able to create these landscapes, especially how we were going to be able to create terrains where we specified what we wanted the terrain to be shaped like. We came up with a way to create a terrain by basically painting the terrain in grayscale, a large picture of the terrain in grayscale. The light areas of that grayscale image would represent the areas of the terrain that would lift up very high. It would be very high, like a mountain or a hill, for example. We would bring that grayscale image then, simply bring it into Stratavision and extrude it in Stratavision, and voila, there we had our incredible terrains.
Sick.
We needed to put some sort of texture on those to really bring them to life. All we had to do was just look at our terrain, decide which areas would have grass, which areas would be covered with rock, and paint that. We'd ended up with a nice little color map that we could then wrap to our terrain. Once we had our terrains done, we could then do things like add trees, add hundreds of trees to a terrain, basically build a forest. We knew at that point, yeah, we can do this. We can do the whole thing as a 3D rendered.
You know what would be sick would be if they preserve those 3D models, and that's what you explored in real Myst.
Then I was sitting down watching Little Mermaid with my kids, and they had some kind of blowfish or a pufferfish or something in there. And I said, you know, it's kind of interesting shape. And didn't really think much about it, but when I sat down at the computer again, suddenly started modeling and just playing around in macro model, and boom, there it popped. There was a ship.
How sick would that be one day? Myst 10 out of 10, I totally agree, Eli. The IBM 5150 they had lying around here in the basement when I made the game. It's been so long since I watched it, so impressive.
The mistake was your belt's a lobster.
Oh really? It was a new age. Good sound design in this game.
In order to figure out what sound, I'd have to wait until they actually finished the art, put it in context, and then I could say, ah, that's the kind. The chime, the clock tower. I knew we needed a chime, a big chime. That's a big clock. So what I ended up doing is just taking my Craftsman 7/8 inch wrench with a lifetime guarantee I just whacked it, and it had such a reverberant sound. Of course, it was too high. I just dropped the sound lower and lower and lower till you had this big, nice bell sound.
What? That's sick. Lifetime guarantee. What's up, Kaiju? Feel like I could grow a stash like that? Try, Kaiju. You might be surprised. I believe in you.
Ah, the most hateful sound. Had to be the bubbles. What you hear are actually bubbles in a toilet. I tried big tubes, little tubes, sticking it way down there, you know, in the part where the trap goes down, and finally got it, but that was the biggest pain.
You ever consider using a bathtub?
Oh, Cirrus, Achenaw.
Yeah, a little bit eccentric, good vibe indeed. Good soundtrack.
We didn't want music interfering with the gameplay, and so we weren't going to put any music in. When we finally did do a couple songs, we realized it wasn't an interference. It didn't sound like Super Mario Brothers. They seemed to really help the mood of certain places.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I thought it made it more atmospheric.
Once I sit down on the computer with a song in my mind, I can get it out fairly quickly. So I think the songs went pretty quick. Yeah. What was the question again?
Damn, this game was good. The construction of what? You're talking about the graphics.
The biggest problem during the whole development was the CD-ROM speed. First thing we did was crop the images down to 8-bit using adaptive palettes for each age. And that worked great. We've got images on each age that look like 24-bit images. Then we also used QuickTime compression for each of the images, for the stills, not only for the movies, but also for each of the still pictures. Ended up with images that started out at 500K down to approximately 80K.
80K, dude, let's go. Game player extraordinaire.
Nothing.
In putting it together, we used HyperCard. as a shell, basically. And then John Miller from Simplex, we worked closely with him on the Color X commands to take out anything that wasn't necessary for getting the color to the screen as fast as possible.
Cheap. I missed the other one too.
The 90s, guys. What time to be alive?
Probably one of the most helpful things we did is we went through some focus group testing. That was an incredible way to.
Can I hear the copy serve manual, Kaiju? Clap
really
the copy serve
amazing
manual.
input.
And getting to my notes, it's a great idea, a great concept. It's a complete departure from the main line of
They're the best
out there on the market today.
I could be that I'm biased.
This is not any game, any paradigm, anything you've ever seen before. You have no preconceived notions because you go into this and you're just, it's something totally new.
But this game is so different, and the concept of living inside this world is what happens if you get sucked in. If you have time to play it, you just keep going and going and going and going. There's nothing like that at all.
Kind of crazy how that's where games went, you know what I mean? After this. Damn! It's a lot of fucking images, dude. Let's go! 40 minutes of original music? More than an hour of picture animation? How? All on one CD? 2 years in the making. Crazy how technology is advanced, guys. Get it all in one CD. Fuck a floppy. Think of the file of feces for lunch, lol. Bubble board. Just about to move on to play some Code Vein. Rand Miller, Robin C. Miller, the brothers, Chris Brandcamp, Chuck Carter, some other people were involved. This film was a Cyan production. Let's go, Cyan. Special thanks to the Adobe Premiere team for their assistance. Wow. That game lived up to its legend, man. It lived up to the legend. What a game indeed. Looking forward to playing Riven someday. 93. That's crazy. GG, guys. I'm going to move on to some Code Vein now. See you guys very shortly. Guys, as usual, if you guys enjoy hanging out and playing retro games and modern games, all kinds of other crazy stuff we do on the channel here. Guys, don't miss Friday, by the way. We're doing a pizza and a movie murder mystery noir double feature, calling it Friday Noir. We're doing 2 mystery movies, black and white noir films, followed by Noir Syndrome, a little indie game where you play as a gumshoe trying to solve a murder. That's going to be a lot of fun on Friday, I think. But if you guys enjoy that sort of thing, check out patreon.com/Vencabot. I stream for, 5 nights a week or 6 nights a week. It's a lot of nights a week anyway. Always from around 8 to around 2 in the morning. Sometimes more like 9 to 3 because I usually get started kind of late. But it's a lot of streaming. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy what we do here. I think it's something that's kind of more interesting than the usual thing. If you guys are enjoying it. Patreon's great. Twitch subs are great. Subscribe on YouTube. New videos going live every single day at 10:30 sharp on YouTube. That's an archive of past streams from months ago going live right now. We just finished Chasm up on YouTube. We're doing Pokemon Yellow on YouTube. We're doing Third Strike every other day, among other cool stuff. A variety of things over there. Programming. Learn to program. Learn sound design if you're into making games and stuff. I will see you guys very shortly in the case with Code Vein, anime vampire game. For now, peace out. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. Good night, Neon. Neon says here, I need to get to bed. Have a good night, everyone. Rest well, my friend. Rest well. Sleep deep. Brava, brava. Kaiju, this game was great. So worth buying. Let's hear that sweet, sweet Windows sound. Ready for this? I'm going to raise the volume here. We can all enjoy it together. I'll wait for this clip to end. I missed it already, says Katie. Ooh, nice punish. I want to play Riven, but I wonder if I can play it in Windows 3.1. I might have to figure out how to install Windows 95. Here we go, guys. Ready for this? Total silence. Oh my God. Speaking of Patreon, before I actually move on to Code Vein, I want to give a special thanks to those that help out financially speaking on the channel here. If not for you guys, I couldn't possibly afford to stream. You guys that hang out here and make the streams much more fun for me are the reason why I stream. If not for you guys hanging out, I have no reason to stream. But these guys are why I can do it. Thank you to our Black Knights on Patreon. That's the $15 a month tier and above. That's so generous. Thank you to John Hernandez, Your Salty Face, and Zamzu. Thank you to Fearless Havels. That's $7 a month or higher. Alan Murray, Audrey Apples, Crime Alley, Big Sucker, Good Vibe City, Max, and Mutant XP. Thank you for the recent Patreon support. Alan Murray, the new patron. Thank you to the shady winners. That's $3 and above. Ash Lethal, Mazera, Foul Mill, GK Lai, Juna Anon, Kyle Glass, Leon Madison, Michael Hinkle, Rufio Jones, Souptastic, and Taxi Vamp. Thank you, Mike. You know who you are. I'm not going to out your identity. Thank you to the young guys on Patreon, Benjamin J. Harkins, Brendan Williams, Dapper Dons, Edward Kenneth Perez, Herb Durkin, I'm Joey Cruz, Kaiju, Kenneth Net, Rock, Simple Veda, and Victor Hernandez. Those are the $1 subs on Patreon. That goes a very long way, guys. It was a lot more than $1 to me, trust me. Again, it's $1, it helps me buy a sandwich, but even more importantly, it helps me feel like people actually enjoy the channel and want to become a part of it. You know, they want to invest into it. You can't put a price on that. Thank you to the Twitch subs as well. Twitch is kind of a drag because half every sub goes to Twitch. That's half of every sub goes to Twitch. So the $10 subs only get about $5 to the channel. $5 subs only get about $2.50 to the channel. But they got to make their money, I guess. But it's still very helpful, guys. Thank you so much to Zanzu and Cruz for being our Black Knight and Fearless Havel. Thank you to the shady winners. That's the Amazon Prime free sub tier. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a free sub every month. Don't forget that, guys. If not here, then use it somewhere. Don't let it go to waste. Also, that's the gift sub and the $5 sub. Thank you to Ash, Lethal, Stuffy Muffin, Audrey Apples, Blue Abs, Change Me, WTF, Crime Alley 3S, Dapper Dons, Dead Asses, Maddie B, Decoy Mantis, Dicksucker, Eboff Gaming, First Opus, FPA Brian X, FPA Eddie, Garbage Jungle Style, Grime Meow, Insilo, J-Bomb 1901, Jiffy Extra Creamy, Kaiju is Dead, Kyosuke, KG the Legend, Cool Hand, Lil B Brazy, Mutant Experience, Neon Riot 4, Nice Templar, O Seraph, Optimus Style, Overload Steve, Real Yiggin, Task Force, Faust, Tech Plug, 3Venge, Toxic Vamp, Tron Swanson, and Yogurt Brain 3S. Katie says, I missed the old Windows sounds, huh? That Vista startup jingle was too good. Vista?
Oh my god.
Man, it's been a while since Vista. I can't believe how old it is now. It seems like that's still like the modern one to me, in my mind. But we had Windows 7 and 8, and now 10 since then. Play retro games on May 3rd, please, huh? What is May 3rd?
Hard proof that I can play Shadow.
We play a lot of retro here, Eli. Or Ellie. We play a lot of retro on this channel. It's not all retro, but quite a lot of retro. Okay, let's play some Code Vein.